you trying to go out your mom's place? Or are you trying to get your own place? Girl, this the video for you. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl AK, and we back with another video. This video right here, I'm about to drop some gems for real. This might be the most helpful video I've ever dropped on my channel, so go ahead and get ready and go ahead and like this video right now, because I'm about to drop some gems like for real. So today we are talking about how I acquired my first apartment at the age of 21. Yeah, and you might be thinking like, okay, Autumn, like how did you do that? Like, because okay, let's be for real. The market right now is horrible, right? I mean, gas prices, groceries, why are eggs $4? Prices are just crazy right now. All the interest rates are crazy right now, like on cars and things. Rent is crazy right now. Like everything is just high. So it's like, bro, how did you do that at the age of 21? Like you just graduated. I'm gonna give you the secret sauce. I'm gonna give you what you need in 5 steps. So I'm gonna show you how I acquired my apartment at the age of 21 in 5 steps. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Okay, so the very first step of what you need to do. You listening? You listening? All right. First things first, you have to find a consistent job. So if you're not in school, this is gonna be pretty easy, right? You don't have to worry about classes or grades or things like that. You can just work and kind of save up, which is great. If you're in school, it's a little challenging, but it's not impossible. So what I did, I got an internship that paid, right? And it paid pretty decently. So I was kind of getting the experience that I needed for my career while also getting the money to save up for my future apartment. If you don't have an internship or you're having trouble finding an internship, there's always on-campus jobs that you can look for. They're usually hiring. Just kind of reach out and see what's going on around your campus. Look on your school's website and just see what's there. Step 2 of how to save for your first apartment. Save, y'all. This is the biggest thing you have to save, right? And you can't just save like $20 here, $5 here and there. Like, no, you have to have a budget and a strategy plan. I'm gonna tell you the budget I use. So before I get into it, I wanna say, fair warning, I am not a financial advisor by any means. I am very interested in personal finance. It's one of my biggest hobbies. I love to study, I love to read it, I love to follow the blogs, but I am not a personal advisor. But I'm gonna give you the tips that I use to get my first apartment at 21. Get it? So let's get into it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the 50-30-20 rule, but it's amazing. It's definitely changed my life, like hands down. So basically what the 50-30-20 rule is 50% goes to your needs, 30% goes to your wants, and 20% goes to your savings. In this video, we're just gonna focus on the savings. But if you want to watch a video more on just 50-30-20 in general, I'll be happy to make a video about that. So just let me know and we can make that happen. You need to save 20% of your monthly income. So that means if you're getting paid every week, that means every week you need to have 20% pulled from your check and into your savings account. If you get paid bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. Some people don't like taking out money out of their check and put it into themselves. I don't know why. You're literally saving it for yourself for the future. That's amazing. Like that's probably the best thing you can do for yourself. But if you don't like physically taking the money out, you can automatically set up a system to where every time you get paid at a certain time period or a certain amount, it will automatically take it out for you and put it in your savings, and you don't have to worry about it. It will do it for you. And that's what I did personally. Like it just happened every week. I didn't even realize like how much I was saving over time. And it was actually really cool to see how much I could save. And then you might say, Autumn, well, how much do I need to save, right? You're saying save, but I don't know how much I need to save. I got you. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what most financial blogs I read are saying. It's suggested that you save at least 3 times of how much you expect to pay in rent. So if you expect to pay, I'm just gonna throw a number out there, $1,000 a month in rent, then you need at least 3,000 saved. So like me personally, I saved like around like 5K just to make sure I was really good and set. You also need to keep in mind that you're not just paying the rent the first month. You have to pay the deposit, right? You gotta pay all these additional fees with your rent. So what you see on like apartmentlist.com is not what the rent actually is. Like it comes with a bunch of different fees and things that you don't expect to pay. You have the utilities that's also included. Like you have all these things you don't think of. So yeah, definitely be generous when you're saving for sure. Okay, step number 3, what you need to do to get your first apartment. So we talked about saving, but now you have to figure out how much rent can you actually afford, right? First of all, you need to know, are you gonna keep that same job you have now? Do you plan on getting another high paying job? Like you need to know what income you're gonna have while you're renting, right? And you need to know if it's stable or not. That's your way of determining like how much you can actually afford in the future. Like I said again, not a financial expert, but what they tend to say is You shouldn't spend no more than 30% of your monthly income on rent. Like no more than that. Like if you're spending more than 30%, you need to lower your expenses because you're paying too much. Like you're living outside your means. Or you need to go increase your income somehow. 30% of your income is the same thing as like 3 times your monthly rent. So basically the same thing. Because y'all, if you are applying to the apartment and you don't make more than 3 times the rent, you're not even gonna get approved. Like apartments nowadays, like if you try to apply for an apartment and you're not making more than 3 times that rent, you're getting denied. Or you get accepted, but they're gonna raise your deposit and make you pay more in the deposit, depending on what the apartment is. That's usually what they do. So here's an example that may help. Let's say you're making like about, I'm gonna say like $5,000 a month, or I'm just throwing a random number out there, like $5,000 a month, right? So you're gonna take that number and you're gonna multiply it by 0.3, right? So that's gonna equal $1,500. So that means if you're making $5,000 a month before taxes, you should not be spending more than $1,500 on rent. And that's the max, that's the maximum, right? And keeping count of the fees and all the other things that will pop up. So you actually wanna aim a little bit lower than that. Number 4, you have to build up your credit, y'all. People don't talk about credit a lot when you're kind of just getting into school and all that, but building your credit is very important. I'm gonna keep it real short and cute, right? Just get you a little student credit card. You see what I'm saying? You can get a little Discover card or whatever you're feeling, and only pay it on like gas, and then just pay it off every month. Gas, pay it off every month. Don't put nothing crazy on there. You don't even need to do all that to build your credit. As long as you're consistently paying it off over time, the longer you have it, you're gonna build credit. So if you're in school, you need to get that credit card. If you want an apartment, you need to build your credit, because you're not gonna get approved for anything if you don't have any credit. So I'm gonna let you know that right now. That should have been number 1. Build your credit. That's important. Okay. Step 5 of what you need to do to get your first apartment. Schedule a visit, guys. You know, we always like look on apartment lists and we're like, oh, I like that heart, you know, I'm gonna be there one day. We like the things, you know, we swipe right, whatever, but we never actually spend the time to schedule a visit and go see if we like it, right? It's one thing to like be on your phone and like a bunch of places. It's another thing to actually schedule a time with a person that works at the complex and have them show you around. For one, you need to see what it looks like in person, because you need to know if you really like it, right? It can look great on pictures, but when you go in person, it probably isn't all that. So you need to go see it in person, just number 1, mostly for that reason. Number 2, the fact that you're actively taking time to schedule an appointment, committing your time to drive there and go see it with that person, you're gonna be 10 times more likely to actually commit to purchasing or renting an apartment than if you're just looking on your phone, right? So the fact that you're physically doing that, you're gonna be more likely to actually go through with your plan. So just go ahead and do it, so like you have the mindset like, oh snap, I'm really doing this, like I'm really about to get an apartment, like I'm really looking, you know? So take your time to go look at it and ask questions and just see what's around. Okay, I know I said it was 5 steps, but I have a bonus. All right, step 6. Don't tell nobody about what you're doing. Don't tell them that you're moving. Don't tell anybody, right? Like, okay, you can probably tell like maybe your mom or your dad or whoever, but you don't need to tell everybody what you plan on doing, right? This is something between you and yourself, because I feel like when you're telling everybody your business, that's the best way to really ruin something, having people opinions like in your ear and people, you know, talking about, I don't know, I just feel like talking about stuff too early can ruin it, right? So just keep it to yourself, you know, keep it here. You know what you got going on. Nobody else needs to know what you got going on. Just keep it to yourself and just work on your plan. And you could tell them like the month before. just pop out on them, because I didn't tell anybody that I was moving. Like I had an idea that I was probably gonna move about 5 months prior to me moving, but I didn't really tell anybody until like the month before, because it was nobody's business. Like I didn't, you know, nobody needed to know what I was doing. Stick to yourself, stick to your plans, and stay focused. Okay, everybody, well, I hope that was very helpful. Like I said, I just want to make sure that you guys are doing what you need to do to get your apartment, because you know we're young adults, we're trying to get going. We don't want to be stuck at our parents' house forever, right? It is definitely possible to get your own place. I promise. Just follow those steps and you will be fine. Okay, definitely let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. If you have any video ideas that you want me to give, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do so. Follow the Instagram, you know, follow your girl on IG. If you really enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I hope to see you next time, guys. Good luck on your apartment finding. I'm excited for y'all. Like we're really getting our lives together. Like we're really doing this. Like I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. Okay. But yeah, like I said, good luck on the apartment shopping. Let me know how y'all guys are doing. I want the updates, you know, let me know. Let me know how we doing, fam. And that's it, y'all. Bye.